Elizabeth Warren and her goons, and she's very nasty to you. She hates your people. She hates everything about you. Will keep their hands off Bitcoin. They're going to keep their hands off crypto. They're going to let it grow. We're going to let it grow. On day one, I will fire Gary Gensler and appoint a new SEC chairman. And we'll appoint a new SEC chairman who believes America should build the future, not block the future, which is what they're doing.
What's up, guys? Kevin Cage here with another crypto update. Hope everybody's doing well, and I am back to making regular content. I had a really crazy week in my personal life. If I told the whole story, it sounds completely made up. It was just that crazy, but basically, I had to rush Emily to the emergency room. We're going to follow up with some scans for potential surgery, but right now she's good. And then after that, I ended up pinching some nerves in my back, and I feel old just saying that. And I couldn't move, I couldn't sit up, I was bedridden for a couple days. And now I can sit up again. So the pain is still there, but we are just a hot mess out here. And it was just one of those weeks that you can't make up. But anyways, that's probably too much information. And all we care about is seeing signs of life in the crypto asset class, specifically the altcoin market. So we're going to run through some recent news. Anything big that I miss, I'll be sure to cover it this week. And let's get into it. All right, first up, we know that the spot Ethereum ETFs went live last week. And we can see that we hit $300 million in trading volume in the first hour of being live. So on the block.co, we can go to Bitcoin ETFs, and we can see the spot Bitcoin ETF assets under management around 60 billion. When I click Ethereum, I'm looking for that type of metric, so I'm hoping to see that in the future. But we can see the cumulative spot Ethereum ETF volumes right here as we expand this. We can see this number is just over 4 billion. So this is a really big moment in the crypto asset class connecting to traditional finance. We know that in January, we got the approval of the Bitcoin spot ETF. And now we have 9 spot Ethereum ETF applicants or issuers, and these names include BlackRock, Fidelity, Grayscale, VanEck, Bitwise, 21 Shares, Franklin Templeton, as well as one by Invesco and Galaxy Digital. So with the approval of the spot Bitcoin and the spot Ethereum ETFs, it makes it look like other alt ETFs are just a matter of time. And just to consider that Bitcoin is about 3.4 times larger than Ethereum, or Ethereum's market cap is about 29 or 30% of Bitcoin's market cap today, so substantially smaller. And back in March, we went over these predictions by JP Morgan and JMP Securities, and JMP Securities says we could see 220 billion of inflows over the next 3 years for the spot Bitcoin ETFs. So that prediction was from JMP Securities. We have right here from JP Morgan. A separate JP Morgan analysis suggested that the Bitcoin spot ETF market could grow to around 62 billion in the next 2 to 3 years. They said that back in March, and just looking at Bitcoin spot ETF AUM today, as soon as I find it right here, the daily, and expand this, we can see that we're already basically around that level today at 61 billion. But as we're looking on the block.co, we can see the cumulative spot Bitcoin ETF volumes are over 300 billion. We have from CoinDesk saying this last week as we scroll down. Some analysts predict that while a spot Ethereum ETF could move the price of Ethereum up to 6,500, inflows into those funds won't be nearly as high as for their Bitcoin-focused counterparts. Research firm Steno Research predicts that the newly launched ETFs could see $15 billion to $20 billion worth of inflows in the first year, which is roughly the same as the spot Bitcoin ETFs have taken in just 7 months. So I just wanted to run through that again per the volumes and the predictions for Bitcoin and Ethereum. We know that Solana, a spot ETF, is likely next, possibly XRP, as Brad Garlinghouse has said in 2025, and any other assets, ADA, Polkadot, AVAX, etc. I do get confused with some of the predictions if they didn't actually post the analysis, because are they talking about net inflow? Are they talking about AUM? Are they talking about cumulative volume, etc.? So I'm still confused on some of those. All right, next up for XRP. So I thought this was interesting. We'll look at the XRP price chart as well. So last Tuesday, I posted this looking at XRP's market cap divided by Bitcoin's market cap to see the percentage of XRP at recent highs. So during the 2018 all-time high when XRP was at 337, if you divided XRP's market cap by Bitcoin's market cap at that time, that was 47%, a really high number. Now, if we go back to last cycle during the lawsuit, basically this is the week on historical snapshots I could get from CoinMarketCap. XRP was at $1.40, even though it went over $1.90. And basically just looking at that high for XRP, close to it, but still not the exact high, dividing the market cap by Bitcoin's market cap at that time, that was 6%. So we went from XRP's market cap in 2018 to be at 1.47% of Bitcoin's market cap to 6% last cycle in 2021. And looking in July, just based off of the historical snapshot during the week of July 21st, we can see that we account basically today of just over 2%. And going to the next page and just conceptualizing this, looking at the 2018 percentage, the 2021 percentage, and then even this month for XRP's percentage versus Bitcoin's market cap. And just looking based on Bitcoin's tokenomics for this month at a variety of price points and market caps, and XRP having a similar percentage and showing what XRP's price would be. So a really high range if you're looking at 47%. Right here, 6%, we can see $2 to $6, and then only 2%, we can see about 88 cents to maybe $2.60. So that was just looking at XRP's market cap divided by Bitcoin's market cap, and now looking at XRP.D, the ticker on TradingView. This is XRP's dominance in market cap out of the entire crypto asset class. Currently at 1.4% is XRP's market cap, divided by the total crypto market cap at about 2.4 trillion, equals roughly 1.4%. So we're looking at the XRP dominance price chart on the monthly time frame. We can see during the 2017 cycle absolutely ripping past the middle line or the 50 line and momentum at a high, and we reached a high of about 31%. What's interesting is that Ethereum's market cap versus Bitcoin today is right around there, 29 or 30%. So we can see that the momentum or the monthly RSI for XRP is curling up here. And just as an example to look at XRP's price, looking at the total crypto market cap today, if XRP were to go back up to highs and account for 30% of the market again, 30% of the crypto asset class's market cap today of 2.4 trillion is about 720 billion. So a $720 billion market cap divided by XRP circulating supply today, that would take XRP to $12.86. And keep in mind, that's just considering the total crypto market cap today. If it was at 5 trillion or 10 trillion, that would be 2 to 4 times higher than that $12. So $12 times 2 or $12 times 4. So again, I'm not saying this happens, but if we get another crypto cycle in the future, all-time highs for XRP are completely possible. Did a big video 9 or 10 days ago showing the confluence for the XRP market cap, the Fibonacci fractal, and the XRP Bitcoin price chart, all showing that 1800% confluence. So some people, they don't think XRP can ever create an all-time high. I believe it can, whether it's $5 or well beyond $10. I just want to see price action after so many years. So I'm definitely keeping tabs on the XRP dominance price chart. We can see almost finding strong support here for a triple bottom with the monthly RSI pointing up. We just need to see price action in the altcoin market and Bitcoin specifically, and I would love to see us reclaim some of these previous highs, 3 to 4%, 5%, etc., and the all-time high is 30%, or technically 31%. Looking at the XRP price chart on the monthly time frame, we can see this monthly candle is closing in 3 days, and the monthly RSI is still above 50, which is good to see. We'll go down to the weekly time frame and turn the lights on. So looking at the weekly, not much has changed since we last covered it, and turning the pivots on, we know that 62 cents is a key pivot level, so this can be a support and resistance level. And then turning the pivots off and turning the lights on, we can just see some key levels I have mapped here. So still holding over the 50-week moving average at 55 cents, as well as 53 cents for the 21-week EMA. We can see that key support level at 52 cents. I definitely want to stay above that. If we can break through this 62-cent resistance, I'd be eyeing these two wicks around 74 cents next. We also have this wick at 94 cents, and we still have that large open weekly fair value gap right around $1.10. Looking at the Bitcoin dominance price chart and looking at the past two alt seasons when Bitcoin dominance found its top, crashed, and Bitcoin drew higher highs, we're still drawing higher for Bitcoin dominance. We're just over 56% today, and we can see that the monthly RSI is around 63, almost 64. This is the highest the momentum has ever been in history. Let me turn the lights off and you can see. So I'm as bored as anybody in this market. I just personally believe when we see the Bitcoin dominance crash, especially if Bitcoin is drawing moves into higher highs like the past two cycles, that we can see a nice recovery for alts. So historically, when this happened the last two cycles, these were the alt seasons, and a variety of alts can go parabolic, if not, still draw sizable retracements. The question is, will history rhyme, and if it does, when will it happen? We've gone over the Bitcoin monthly price chart a bunch, and just looking at this for last cycle, when we got that first major move, this monthly candle, this was about 46%. So going past the previous cycle top, if we took a measured move of 46% past the previous cycle top, that'd be 100,000. So monthly RSI is still there, and I have no idea how long this is going to take. I've even shared from the peak of the price or the peak of the RSI. This is about 1,277 days until we got that first major move or that first monthly candle. So this was the longest cycle, the 2013 top, until 2017 getting that first major move and taking that 1,277 days, doing the same measurement from the peak of the RSI right there, 1,277 days, and that will take us to around the end of August or early September. And if we did the same thing from the all-time high price, which doesn't align with the peak of the RSI, but just for conceptualization, 1,277 days takes us to this trend line right to May of 2025. It's obviously, guys, not financial advice. It has been a very boring past 3 years, but just seeing the total crypto market cap's price chart on the monthly time frame, we can see the monthly candles for the lows were a perfect back test to the previous cycle top. So you can see right to the wick, that all-time high, right to the monthly candles. We have some interesting trend lines for the total crypto market cap. You can see finding multiple points of support ever since 2014 all the way across the 2020 low, and serving as resistance, we can see 2023 and then a recent high in 2024. And the monthly RSI hasn't ran to previous highs for the total crypto market cap, going over 90 the last 2 cycles, and this was after Bitcoin drew major moves past its previous cycle top. And thus far today, specifically after the halving, as we get closer to elections, looking at the previous Bitcoin cycles, the monthly candle bodies have held above the 8-month EMA, and that's where we're at today. So this is going to be closing in 3 days. I've shared before, looking at the fib extensions for the crypto market cap from high to low, we did reach a perfect 4.236 last cycle. So just looking at that again, in this range, I believe we hit all-time highs for the crypto asset class. If you don't, that is completely fine. So we know there's a bunch of things to consider beyond the Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs. We know BCG's huge predictions for the tokenization of globally illiquid assets to be $16 trillion by 2030. They even have right here the best case scenario, $68 trillion. We know Ripple and Medico now under Ripple custody predicting a $10 trillion market by 2030. We had Brad Garlinghouse earlier this year predicting the crypto market will double in size to $5 trillion by the end of 2024. That is about the size of the cloud market today, and we're still just over $2 trillion. We know that the stablecoin market cap is predicted to reach $2.8 trillion or even exceed $3 trillion by 2028, which is larger than the entire crypto asset class today. And then considering other asset classes today, so the crypto asset class, 2.3 or 2.4 trillion versus a variety of other asset classes that are valued at over 100 trillion today, like global bonds, real estate, equities, even derivatives. So considering all that for tokenization, real-world assets, AI, cloud, DePIN, etc., and even right here, the total tokenized market to be 10% of global GDP. So we know the Casper Labs CEO said that about 5 to 9% of global GDP is just for verification, proving that something happened. Global GDP is over 100 trillion, so 10% of that is still an all-time high for the crypto asset class. And we also know Raoul's liquidity cycle is predicting for a $10 to $12 trillion cycle top, which would be amazing. And here's a list of multiple black swan events that we've survived in the crypto asset class since the 2021 all-time highs. So here are 10, there are probably much more. So for those that are still in crypto, we've made it this far, and I'm ready for whatever the future brings. We also had shared by Thinking Crypto an interview with Marcus. He is the SVP over at RippleX, and they discussed a variety of topics: Ripple's new stablecoin, how it will compete with Tether, USDC, and more. Will the SEC go after Ripple over its stablecoin, different XRPL updates, tokenization, crypto and stablecoin regulations, and Bitcoin ETFs and the potential XRP ETF? I know there's a lot of chatter after Trump saying that he's going to appoint a new SEC chair if elected in that clip that I played in the beginning of this video, and Wrath Economan says this: everybody remembers that the President of the United States cannot remove the SEC chair. Supreme Court ruled on this before. Presidents can't remove appointed heads of regulatory agencies. It's why politicians tried to introduce the SEC Restructuring Act in 2023. I saw this shared by Casper Network. We discovered a significant security breach on the Casper Network. In order to minimize the effects of the security breach, we have worked with the validators to halt the network until the security breach has been patched. So keeping tabs on what this was, I don't have any information. They say they're actively working to resolve this issue. The network has been halted and the security breach is contained. Further updates will be provided today on the official Casper Association channels. We have shared by RippleX going over Korea Blockchain Week. Join Brad Garlinghouse and David Schwartz and many more for the first XRPL Zone, Seoul and XRP Community after-hour event on September 4th. We can see XRPL Zone Seoul in Seoul, South Korea taking place on September 4th for Korea Blockchain Week. I saw Good Morning Crypto share just in the Fed to cut rates by 50 basis points in 2024, so there's a lot of hopes and expectations that we can get rate cuts in September or December. So that is historically one way for liquidity to enter the asset class. About a month ago, I did a video, how can liquidity enter? That is one way, but it's not the only way. So we'll see if we can get some rate cuts by the end of this year, because that can absolutely serve as a catalyst. And last but not least, guys, we have iTrustCapital linked in the top of this YouTube video description and right in the pinned comment for anybody interested in a crypto retirement account. I've had a Roth IRA with iTrustCapital for over 4 years and patiently waiting for next cycle. Feel free to check them out. Thanks so much for watching today's video, guys. I still have some nerve pain shooting through my body, but I am getting so much better and I'll be back to making regular content. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the like button and sharing your thoughts down below. As always, you can find all links, including resources for charting, trading bots, platforms, wallets, portfolio trackers, and exclusive discounts in my link tree at the top of the video description. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.